Hello, Melody. So I sent you well, I called you on your phone, but I didn't get you. So I'm sending you a video with the same response, basically. So all you have to do is read through the case study number one and then answer the three questions that relate to that scenario. Um, so you read question one. So do you think the teacher pairing the two girls is a good idea? Why or why not? So your answer is probably going to be yes, I think it's a great idea, or no, it's not a good idea, or maybe it's a well, yes and no kind of answer. Uh, Any of those are appropriate. But when you go down to look at the grading criteria, you have to state the rationale for pairing the girls, and it, and then you have to give me pros and cons for why you think it is or isn't, or if you're on the fence, you have to give me pros and cons for both. And if you do that, then you get the 4 marks. Who is responsible for facilitating the acceptance of students with exceptionalities in the general classroom? Then explain your answer. So if you look at the grading criteria, inclusions as a whole are discussed, offering ideas on the various departments who should be involved and the reasons for these, adding to successful inclusion. And it states here that you need to cite two sources for your rationale. So you have to do a little bit of research to find the answer to that part. So you can use the library, you can use Google or whatever you want to use. These may be internet searches, articles, books, or whatever source you can find. And if you answer all of that, then you get 10 marks. And the last question is, what are some other ways that the teacher could have encouraged the students in the class to accept Jamie or Jasmine? List three ideas and explain your choices. And so then you go back to the grading box and go, other strategies are listed and are effective. The rationale for choices is discussed. So if you answer that part in the question, then you'll get the 6 marks. Anyway, that's how you do that question. Make sure that you use APA formatting. Remember, if you go into our library, I think this is 118. So if you go into the library website in README First, there is a section on citations in citing sources. So if you click that and then go to the bottom link, not the examples, but the one above it, click on that one and then go under style and grammar guidelines. It has the paper format there for you. So make sure you click on title page setup because it talks you through what you need for a title page. Um, Also, the references are there. So you can just click on references and make sure you have a reference page. So there's examples here, reference list versus bibliographies. You don't have a lot of time, you might want to skip that one. Principles of a reference list entries, you might want to click on that one. Works included in a reference list, you could click on that. But basically, if you go through the examples, you should be able to get through with just that part. Um, anyway, if you go back to paper format, there's some sample papers there. I would highly recommend using the student sample paper here as your template instead of trying to make your new one. Just delete what you don't need and include what you want in your own paper. So hopefully that helps you. Um, Good luck with your paper. And if you have any other questions, let me know.